You're now tuned into the hottest podcast in the world, the Stay Woke Podcast, right here on the SonicBreakdown.com.
Welcome back to another Stay Woke Podcast. This is D. Ray Brinson, and of course, you know, we got our man, producer, co-host, William.
The best.
The best West. Yo, so thank you for coming in and checking out another podcast, another episode. We appreciate it. This is again presented by the SonicBreakdown.com. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. I haven't put some reviews up in a minute, but they'll be up soon. Again, we're presenting you another Stay Woke podcast. Today's topic is another topic for the Latin lovers out there. You know, the Latin mommies. But
That's how you call them?
yeah, you know, that's what I call them. But our boy went to a concert recently. He saw Tego.
Yeah, Tego Calderon.
You know, I can't do it like he does. You know, he got the
Say it with me. Say it with me. Nice and
Alrighty.
slow.
Tego
Calderon.
Calderon. Calderon.
Oh.
Hey, see, I'm getting it. Rolling the Mars, baby. There you go. So, I wanted to get his experience of going to the concert, as well as giving us a little bit of history, because as we were preparing for this podcast, you were letting me know that there's a little bit of back history that you have with this artist prior to this last concert that you went to in October, correct?
That is true. So, taking it back.
Rewind.
Taking it back to, and we mentioned this in a prior podcast about just the Latin movement that happened between the years of 2004, 2005, 2006. I was out here, and that's when I was just getting my start in the Latin club scene, doing all the salsa clubs, merengue clubs, and then reggaeton, Latin hip hop, and all of that.
That was on that Joel Ortiz.
Yep.
And the Nicky Jam. Both of those, we talked about it. We referenced it.
Yep.
So check those out if you haven't.
Because that's when I first started to hear, Joel Ortiz. There we go. Joel Ortiz as well during that movement, because he was putting himself on Latin mixtapes, reggaeton mixtapes, and documentaries as well. And he was spitting bars, and I was, me being always a hip hop head, I gravitated to that. I was like, oh, Joel Ortiz is the truth, and that's when I first started to hear him.
And I wanted to touch on that because recently Joel Ortiz did a Q&A on Twitter, and one of the questions was about if he was mixed. And that's when he brought that up about he hit the scene doing a lot of reggaeton because everybody would only they would only classify him as a Latin rapper, but his dad's black, so he's black and Puerto Rican. But of course, he reps both, but he identifies strongly with the Puerto Rican community. But that's one of the things that he mentioned was he's like I don't think hip hop, and I tend to agree with this philosophy of hip hop doesn't have a color. Like, hip hop is a feeling, it's a culture, it's a movement, it's a vibe. So exactly. You can be white, you can be black, you can be Puerto Rican, you can be Asian, you can be, I don't care what you are, you can still feel and understand hip hop. So when he says that, like, I just want that when you said that reminded me of that question, and how he said that he had to break that mode that he's not a Latin rapper because he doesn't. And when he said it, he was making sure that he wasn't saying that he feels slighted or downsided that people consider him a Latin rapper. But when you say that, just like if you say she's good for a female, you're in essence taking away something, or you're saying you're putting him in a box where it should just be he's a good MC, he's a good hip hop artist,
yes.
He's a good artist, he's a good, you know what I'm saying, instead of a Latin artist saying that means only out of that group you're good. When in all actuality, just like we're talking about Tego, he's good as an artist in general. Like, so skills are period.
Yeah, skills above everything, and it's based off of that only. It's not based off the skin color, the language, what clothes they're rocking, whatever. Nothing materialistic. It is skill, love, passion that puts that person as the best, the illest, and that's how I always graded people from day one in hip hop, man.
Exactly, and I'm the same way. It's just that feeling of understanding what, like I said, great music is great music, regardless of who it is, what it is, and that's why I've learned. And for me, it took just getting older and getting more mature to understand to a certain extent. At some points, you have to separate the artist from the person. Like a bad person with a bad spirit can do good things, just like a good person can do bad things. So you know what I'm saying? Like you got to take out some of those emotional attachments to the person itself and judge the music on the music.
Exactly.
So I mean, that's just my beliefs. Again, I'm not pushing it on anybody else, but this is just how I feel, and that's how I live. So shit, it is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
But going back to Tego, like
Tego Calderon.
I'm gonna get it. Tego Calderon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on that though.
Tego Calderon.
Tego Calderon.
If you want to get white with it.
But so like, did the concert like bring back like those reminiscent feelings of of your first experience with Tego?
And that's why I put a lot of things aside on that week alone, just because I wanted to get that feeling back, man. That's what I was looking for and I was hoping for, and I got it. So that's a better experience in itself, because I was excited and I wanted that to happen. So it took me back to the time 2004, 2005, 2006, and it's good to go in there and see old faces, people of my age. You know what I'm saying? People who were born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, and then I'm seeing young cats. I'm seeing young kids in there having a good time, got the phones up, blowing trees, whatever it may be, but vibing.
Trees in the air.
Yeah, but vibing with somebody of my era, vibing with the music of a time where when I grew up. Now these kids out here are into a whole bunch of different things, but to see that a person like Tego Calderon, who I see is the top tier, the king of his genre and what he does, to actually go across the board when it comes to the ages and show no boundaries. His music has no boundaries right now, and I see that and I respect it even more. Tenfold.
That's what great music does, though.
Yeah.
Great music has no boundaries.
Like Jay-Z, like Nas, they've been through eras. They've been through phases. They went through the hood stuff. They went through the suited up stuff. They went through the jersey phases that we was, rocking.
The throwback jerseys.
Man,
the Michelin S.
Yes, all that. Those are phases. Those are 5, 10, 20 years now of just reaching the masses and the youth in every century.
Yeah. But
since the 90s,
that touches on the fact that the great ones, like we talked about in the Prince podcast, about knowing how to evolve with the times and being able to stay in touch with your core audience, but also adapting and understanding the changing evolution of the new culture. Because and it was no clearer than evident with Prince, as we said, like he spanned so many generations, and yet his music was always still relevant, even till the time of his death. His last album, I still rock with, and people that listen to his album say that's a good album even for today. But he still kept the essence of himself. Like you said with Jay-Z. Jay-Z's been Jay-Z since we've known him, from before, even with the mixtapes to Reasonable Doubt.
Yep.
He's evolved, but he still keeps the essence of himself, because the essence of himself is good and great. You know what I'm saying? You just got to learn how to adapt, but only the great can do that. And if you relate it to the sports terms, because me and my sports, Michael Jordan did it. People said he was only a good shooter. Then what did he do? He became Defensive Player of the Year. So it's about evolving and growing, even though you're great at what your craft is, evolving and growing to what's going to adapt to the changing times, and even being ahead of the times.
And never losing touch of what you do.
Exactly.
Or diminishing that brand, if you will. Jay-Z never turned to be a poppy dude.
Nope.
Jay-Z never turned to be the weirdo rapper. People have started in a certain era. They try to go with the times, but the times can change you. They kept
and lose themselves.
They lose themselves. These icons that I call icons stay being true to what they do, but still time passes around them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Tego Calderon showed me, and I definitely tip my hat to him, man. He's been in the game for a long time. He's an OG, and to be the father of everything and still be relevant, that hit me close to home, man. That hit me in the heart, man, and I love it. I love that feeling. But you missed out on a good show. I reached out to you.
I know he did. So I don't want nobody
I'm gonna
blowing
sneak
his mentions up, saying like you left your man out. Nah, he did tell me. But I'm gonna be real. If you do follow Twitter, you saw that I had my uncle's. He had his birthday wine celebration in Napa. So like my uncle is a very important person in my life. He's like a father figure. So like I had to give him the respect and show him that time. But I'm gonna be real. I did really, really want to go. I really wanted to go. Like if it was another weekend, any other weekend, I would have said, cancel the plans. I'm making it happen. But I'm glad you got to go and represent and hold it down.
Yeah.
And feel the vibe and make that connection. You know what I'm saying?
So where do you want me to start so I can paint the picture for you to see how much you've really missed out, and maybe there is no next time. Just kidding.
Damn.
We gonna have some more next time. We gonna have some more next time.
Damn, shots fired. I can't even. Damn, man, I missed one, and it was for a good cause. Like it was no bullshit. It was like I'm just staying at the crib. Like
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, shout out to my uncle. Happy birthday. It's actually tomorrow, the day after we're recording this podcast, but we had the celebration last weekend, so shout out to him. But let's say I want you to start out because you got to set the tone. Like, so you went on a Saturday. There was a Saturday night. Was a concert.
Was it Saturday? It was.
But like, lead up to like, walk us through the day.
Okay.
Like, because that really sets the tone for a concert. Because you gotta. Usually, the day you wake up sets the tone of how your experience for the concert will be.
So I had that whole weekend to myself. I had it off. Away from the usual daily hustle. Right when I woke up in the morning, it was Tego day. It was Tego day. So it was already in my mind that yes, I'm gonna meet up with my friends. Yes, I'm gonna meet up with my family, and then we're gonna have a good time. But what I did, man, I prepared the whole day. I put the outfit to the side. What was I gonna wear? Most importantly, you can see on my Instagram, I'm a DJ too. So what I did a little fun tribute to Tego Calderon. So I did a little scratch video. It's posted on my Instagram and Twitter, so you can go check it out.
What's your Instagram and Twitter again? In case they don't know, you know what I'm saying? They ain't following.
You can follow me on everything. It's at _MRWES, Mr. West. So on everything, Twitter, Instagram, I posted up a little video of me doing a little tribute of a few songs that I like about Tego Calderon, scratching over it, juggling it, having a good time, and then just reminiscing about the times when the music first hit me, in the United States here.
And we have that on the Twitter page as well, and on the sonicbreakdown.com's Twitter page.
And that's what that's all I was juiced about. I was juiced about going back into time, man. But being, of course, in the present, but enjoying that and getting that nostalgic feeling again. And it happened. And then from that, that set up the tone for the day. I met up with my friends and family. We took a Uber ride from the house. We pre-gamed, got a little drinks in.
Were these your boys that your DJ friends that also were at that introduced Tego?
Yep.
Before?
They were part of the crew. So shout out to my crew. I was part of the reggaeton SF movement, DJs. Also later turned into urban royalties. And shout out to my boys, DJ Presidente, DJ Epic, who were at the show with me. We we reunited because we really haven't been together in one room in a very, very long time. So on top of that, that
added to the nostalgia feel.
It added to it, man. It's like those are my brothers, man. We started our DJ dreams together, our hustle together, and it felt really good to be back in that same vibe, that arena of what we were always doing as youngsters, as kids, man. 18, 19, and then going into our 21s. But we all met up, had a good time. Got the pregame.
I was about to say, did y'all pregame it up?
Yeah, pre-gamed it up. You know what I
Red
mean?
Cup boys all day.
I had the Pandora on the Tego Calderon channel, so we was playing that music until we hit the Uber, and then I have videos on my Instagram. I'll probably post it up later. But we had the Uber driver going dumb to all the Tego Calderon songs. It was pretty fun, man. He was dancing, he was grooving. I had my family in the back, my sister, my cousin, and friends. We pulled up to the venue. We were super loud. we were bumping Tego Calderon
Y'all
songs.
were lit from the jump.
Super loud. And I jump out and I see the promoters there. The promoters know me. Chuy Gomez was there in the front too. So shout out to Chuy Gomez, man.
Stunting on him.
Yeah, me and him go way back. We worked together. Man, it was super fun. We were super loud, and then they're looking at us crazy, like, dude, what's up with these guys? What are they on? But we're out there singing all the songs.
That's what's up.
And then we walk right into the venue and just get that vibe where the music is going. People are already getting their drinks in. People are dancing, looking their best. And that just set it up, man. And I took it all in. That whole moment when we walked in it was at the Regency Ballroom in San Francisco, which is a nice venue, a cool, legendary venue when it comes to performances.
Oh, wow.
And
if you haven't checked it out, you should check it out.
You been there before?
Once.
You can say, yeah, you can lie, man. I mean, it's okay to lie.
No, I've been there once, and it was for...
It was for an opera.
It was for... it was I believe it was Regina Carter, actually. She's a violinist.
Okay.
That it's like, it's not your classical violin, but it's more like hip hop kind of take on it.
Uh-huh.
So, like, that's the only time I've been there. But it was a nice venue, though. It is a nice venue. Very classy. If you want to take a date, that's a good place to go.
Some popcorn. Yeah, the Regency Ballroom. Nice. It was lit, man. It's 2 stories, 2 floors, balcony seating area. I actually bought balcony seats. Never reached them. Never reached my seats because that's how into the vibe I was.
That's a sign of a good concert right there.
And those seats were more expensive than being general standalone area, standing area. So I stayed on the bottom area where the vibe was, where the people were. Where people were,
Because Will he's a man of the people. You guys, you see me. He has to be with the people. He has to feel the vibe of the people.
I can't be detached from the people.
I
need that energy around.
That's why he's a DJ. Because that's the spirit of the DJ.
Yeah.
They feed off that energy.
It would feel weird of me being on a balcony, looking down at everybody else having more fun than me being in a seat. You know what I mean? Like, I got to be next to you. I got to, if I'm dancing with somebody, I got to grab some butts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to be in the groove. Like, I got to.
Some booty cheek grabs.
You got to grab some booty cheeks. You can't grab booty cheeks in the aisle. I mean, in the balcony.
Yeah, that's just
nobody around you.
That's just creeperish right there.
That's creeper, man. People want to relax up there. That's the older people. I want to be where the youth is, where the energy is. So that's what it was. I paid for some more expensive seats. I ended up being on the floor the whole time, just having a good time. And, camera phone up all day, all night. The bar was there, so I had everything with me, man. So the night, once it started kind of rolling into the performances and the opening acts, shout out to my boy Tony Play. He opened up for.
That's what I was about to ask you next.
For Tego Calderon, the homies, man, the homie DJs too. So my boy Stylo, Freddie Styles, who helps produce and DJs for Los Racas out here in Oakland, the Bay Area.
Oh shit.
And also who else? The homies were there. Jace One, DJ Phil, just people that I just know from way back, man. That go way back with me when it comes to this Latin movement. They were there doing their thing on stage, man. So shout out to them. But once the performances started rolling, man, it was just like the lights started hitting me. I was like, oh man, this is so dope, man. And then boom, he comes out and he starts off with his newer stuff. So he has a new album, Lo que sabes sabes, Lo que saben saben. Tego Calderon started off with all his new songs, from his new album, and then he went into He did nicely. He gradually just kind of tapered into all of the hits. 10 years plus of hits, man. It's been 11 years.
How would you
plus.
rank this latest album in comparison to his older stuff?
His newest album, latest album, which was last year, 2015, it is a solid album.
Okay.
Overall, it's more of a mature Tego, and it's more hip hop.
Uh-huh.
It's more hip hop than what you would think reggaeton. I think people have like a weird connotation of reggaeton. Reggaeton is only that one sound that we're used to, that repetitive drum beat that we're all used to when it comes to the Nori song and what else is out there? The Pit Bulls, old
that
stuff.
same faster
and
type
Don Omar.
bass
Yeah. But
cadence with.
But Tego overall, I see him as a hip hop artist. He's a hip hop artist overall in general. He spits bars. He's about his lyrics. Not all his songs are reggaeton rhythm, because that's a rhythm, that's a beat. Just like how there's rhythm for dance hall, all that and whatnot.
Yeah.
Without going into too much detail, that's just a rhythm. That's just
we're
small.
going a little bit inside baseball on you guys right there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's what deep music has right there.
Yeah.
But like when you say that he has a more hip hop based feel,
And he studied music.
Is there a particular artist that you would say that he's akin to, that he's has maybe like a symbiotic relationship in regards to in the more mainstream hip hop of what we gravitate to, or where we assume?
Definitely. So like I said earlier, to me, Tego Calderon is king. He's the leader of what he does, simply because he is hip hop. He is lyrical and political. I would compare him. So old school heads would compare him to a Rakim. That's how
Okay.
a Rakim and KRS One. But I would say I'm more of a fan of Rakim.
Ooh, yeah, Rakim is a beast. KRS-One is a monster too, though.
Yeah.
It just for some, I can see why KRS-One's hard to digest.
And then I would say people of now, I would say he's comparable to Nas. Nas is my leader of the pack right now. It has always been.
And that's why me and Will are friends, because because
we can have a Jay-Z and Nas comparison all day, and Nas will always be king.
Exactly. Same Will.
Nas
same
can
here.
stop rapping for 10 years and still be king.
Exactly. Just
You
based
can't.
on the work alone that he's created.
Yeah.
He's good.
It's
He doesn't
set.
need to create anything else.
It's already set in
He's
stone.
good. He's straight. His body of work for me is solid. So, like I said, I'm not as familiar with Tego Calderon as you are, of course. Just because I've heard his music, and the music that I have heard, I do like and I enjoy, and it does. But I would say it's more on the superficial side of his work. I haven't heard his more deeper cuts where you can really say you know the artist. You know what I'm saying? So that makes it harder for me to really. But what I have heard from him, it has been introspective. It has been deep, and I don't even speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I know a little bit of Spanish, like just enough.
All of his songs are in Spanish, of course, but
exactly.
If you can relate to the sound, you can relate to the music.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the little bit of Spanish I know, what I can pick out from the content of the songs was deep, was introspective, was intellectually based. It wasn't just I'm just saying words that rhyme together, that fit together, that might balance nicely over this beat. It had meaning behind it.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know the full context of the songs because I don't understand it. So for me to take that out, to me, was showed his lyrical breadth. Because, like I said, if I can pick that out based off of just small pickets of things, if I understood the full content, how much more in-depth it would have been, or it would be. So that's just my take on it.
People
and
study
I
his
love
lyrics.
Nas, so
He has quotes, and just like quotes are so important to me, lyrics are so important to me. His breakdown of lyrics actually gets studied in universities and in classes. I saw a little picture
Oh, wow.
when I was just doing some research, and yeah, man, what he says and what he has been saying is so consistent. It's crazy how he's so consistent on what he says and the message that he puts out there in his music. But that's what I'm a fan of. That's what I'm a fan of, and that's why I'm a fan of, the greats, the Rakims, the Cannabises, the Mos Defs.
Andre 3 Stacks.
The list goes on. Nas. I'm wearing a Nas shirt right now.
Yeah, Nas number one all day. That's on top. But
And that's my comparison right there, for sure. So Nas and Tego, in my book, top tier.
When you say the fact that he's been consistent, that also shows to me the fact that you said that he's consistent in the content. It shows foresight, and that takes a level of intelligence to see what's going to happen before it happens. To be able to have that foresight to be lyrically consistent in the context, not just in the way that you're saying it, but what you're saying, and then it shows that it proves to stand over time. You know what I'm saying? That shows an immense amount of foresight, and in order to have that foresight, it takes an elevated level of intelligence. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why, to me, like storytellers and those ones that elevate the music stand out the most to me, is because of that as well. Is because the level of intelligence, the level of work, the level of dedication and time and devotion you have to put into making a almost perfect song, or as close to perfect song as you can, on all levels, is masterpiece. Like I said, to me, it's like I always equate everything, a lot of things to basketball and football, the two sports I love. Is like Michael Jordan is considered the greatest of all times before he was Defensive Player of the Year. And yet at that time he still said, I'm still missing in this area. How am I going to get it better? That's what the greats do. And that's what the ones that stay consistent have to have the ability to do, is critique their own work.
And when you say Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time, and then I say, how? And the answer is because of all of the attributes.
Exactly.
Not because he's the best dunker, or he got the best sneakers,
Yeah.
or he got his tongue out every game. No. That boy put in that work.
When he was playing, the greats, they go, where else can I get better? Regardless of how great I am in one area, where else can I get better? And that's the mentality that we have at the sonicbreakdown.com and Stay Woke podcast, is we always trying to figure out ways to get better. I'm never satisfied with any podcast we do. Like ever. Every podcast I go, how could I make that better? So like that's the dedication that I'm trying to give to you guys, is like, it's because I want to be great. I know I'm not great. I know. But the only way I'm going to get there is by striving to get there. And so like every podcast I'm working on ways of getting it better and improving.
That's how you
same thing I do with the reviews.
That's how you got to move in life.
Exactly.
Be the better you.
Exactly. Only you can improve you.
Yep.
But you got to analyze it. And so like that's why I respect, like, that's why I wanted you to come and do this podcast about Tego Calderon. I'm getting it.
Yeah, little by little, you're getting it, man.
But that I wanted you to do that podcast because we need more examples of people that are striving like that and that are getting the success that they deserve based on them putting in that work. Like, nothing comes for free. Like, you have to put in work to get what you want. And so, like, seeing people that do that and then get to enjoy the luxuries of the success that comes along with that is amazing. And like you said, you saw where he was then and where he is now. Like, you've seen that transition. You've seen that evolution. And that's, to me, that's another aspect of it. It's like we need to try to evolve every day and be different, be better. And you've seen that evolution in him, but yet it's so consistent because he showed that level of dedication early. So, like, that's an important message for the youth out there, just for people in general. Yeah. Shit, it's an inspiration to me.
It's an inspiration to me to get back into my creative groove and to just never quit. Overall, when you see stuff like that, you got to take that as motivation and be like, yo, like, that man's doing his thing. He's doing what you love. Whatever you do that you love, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Be the best that you can be and never quit.
And I love the Stay Woke podcast.
Yeah. If you want to take a break from things but come back to it, refresh your mind, but never quit. And that's what I love about these artists that we're talking about today. And on top of that, overall, Tego Calderon. once I heard all of his songs, and he went through all his catalogs, his from the first album El Bayarde, El Enemy de Guasibiri, the Underdog album. You know, he went through the songs Chillin'. So go look for these songs. So I'm gonna just tag these songs. Go look for them because you need these in your catalog, regardless if you speak Spanish or not.
Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal,
Go get it.
Whatever, YouTube, whatever you gotta get it, listen to it. At least give it a shot. Like, be open minded because, like I was telling a partner of mine that just recently found Mobb Deep.
Just
like literally
right now.
like last week. He was like, "Yo, this album's amazing," and I was like, "Bruh."
Really?
Yeah, like, and I was like, but at the end of the day, I was like, it doesn't matter when you find great music. All that matters is that you find great music. But the only way you're gonna find great music is by being open enough to listen to new music that you might not expect, because there's so much great music out there. So just be open minded, give it a shot, listen to it. You know, some songs need to grow on you. Give it a second, a third listen, and keep it a complete listen with an open mind. And if you don't like it after a couple listens, that doesn't mean that you might not like that artist. Give that artist another shot if they got another song, but you just don't fuck with that song.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
then at the end of the night, what topped it all off after going in on his whole catalog. And let me get back to the catalog. So if you don't have the songs,
go back.
So if you don't have the songs, just get random stuff, and then it'll lead you to other songs. But Chillin' is more like a reggae type of vibe with Don Omar. Métele Sazón, Al Natural.
And when you say reggae, are you talking about like more of like a Bob Marley or like Shabba Ranks?
No, reggae more like a
more
Damian Marley.
Okay, I got you.
Damian Marley.
Okay.
Bob Marley, Damian Marley, but Damian Marley more because he's more like he's more street.
Current.
Yeah. He has that more urban appeal.
Gotcha.
So what other songs?
Hey, that Damian Marley album was pretty good.
Yeah. Jamrock.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And
but he just came out with another one too. Yeah.
What other songs do you need to get? Dando Break, which is off his newer album. The list goes on, but go ahead, look up Tego Calderon's music on all platforms. But awesome here. Let me tell this story right here. This is like this is a funny ass story here, and all my friends are laughing at me right now. So I ended up getting backstage. I ended up getting backstage because I know the promoters. I just ran into some familiar faces.
Starting on them.
And I ended up at backstage, and I took a picture with Tego Calderon. Right. That's something that I've been trying to do since 2005. I promoted a show. I helped promote a show, and I helped DJ a show. I couldn't even get backstage to my own show, the own show that I was promoting and putting in work with, because I wasn't even allowed. But anyways, but what got me there is a funny story. So it was the end of the night, last song of the night. The lights are up. You know what I'm saying? I'm dancing with a little shorty here. I'm like, all right, cool. I got to go. My family's waiting for me. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up and good. All right, cool. So I'm out. As I'm walking out, I run into my cousin and my aunt, my tia. My tia was chilling. You know, she was in her little VIP area. She has more plug than me. I'm looking at her. She's stunting on me right now. Like, I used to be DJing all these parties, and she's over here chilling. So she reaches out to me. She goes, "Oh, are you leaving right now?" I go, "Yeah, I got to go. You know, it's the end of the night. I got to go catch the Uber, whatever, the taxi." And she tells me, "Hey, come with me. I'm going to take you backstage to take a picture with Tego Calderon."
Hey, Uber, give us a plug for all these plugs we dropping on you. So if you look for sponsors, holler at us. But your aunt really got plugged like that?
Shout out to my tia. She had the plug. So she grabs my hand. She goes, "We're going to go take a picture with Tego Calderon." Like, she already had it in her mind. Like, it was going to go down.
Yeah, there's no question. It's not a question. This is what is going to happen.
And in my head, I'm like, no, it was already out of the question. I'm thinking about what's to eat now. Like, I'm hungry. Like, I'm not even trying to take a picture with Tego Calderon. So she grabs me. I say, "What's up?" to the family, and she takes me. We go backstage. She gets a picture first, and then she takes me. She introduces me to him, and the promoter's back there. I get back there. I take a picture with him. I was like, oh, man. At the end of the day, my tia, my aunt, hooked it up with a dope ass picture. It's on my Instagram. Check it out, man.
That's what's up, bro.
And I'm in forever debt to her because, again, like
That
I
moment's
said,
captured in history.
that moment is captured in history. I got it. To me, taking a picture with Tego Calderon and also vibing, I was chopping it up with his DJ. I know his DJ. Shout out to DJ Adam. DJ Adam is a legend. He's a legend in Puerto Rico, so look him up. DJ Adam is his onstage DJ.
That's what's up. Hey, go check his shit out.
Along with his hype man, Kaiko, I believe, if I mispronounced that. But we're just chopping up for a split second just because it was a rush. We had to get out of there. People had to get bumped out because the promoters were bugging. But that, for me, just caps it all off. Like, for me, like, I can die a happy man now, for real. Like, I can die a happy man now because I took a picture with Tego Calderon. That's like taking a picture with Obama. That's like taking a picture with Jay-Z.
Damn.
That's like taking a picture with
That's your
Oprah.
moment.
That's like taking a picture with the Dalai Lama, whoever it may be.
Well, whoever is that dude, that girl, that woman, that person.
Powerful. To me, that's powerful.
Hey, that's what's up, man. I'm happy you got that moment. I'm happy I'm happy that you got to capture that moment.
Yeah. And there's
But
a
it's
story
crazy.
behind it.
Yeah, and there's a crazy story behind it that like that will make it memorable. Like it's an experience beyond an experience. Even though like even if none of that happened, it still sounds like it would have been a nice experience.
Uh-huh.
But like that's like the icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the
Topped it all off.
yeah, the cherry. You know what I'm saying? Like it finishes it off. Like that's what's up, man.
And shout
And
out
the
to
fact that he
everybody.
commented on your shirt though too,
Yeah.
because that shirt was fresh. I ain't gonna lie though.
So on top of that, the shirt that I had made back in 2005, because back in 2005, I was part of the first group of DJs to bring Latin artists to the Bay Area. So back when the radio wasn't even messing with Latin artists, back when things were just barely getting their start, we brought Tego Calderon, artists Tego Calderon, Zion y Lennox, Voltio, Joel and Randy, Cito from Miami, who's doing his thing really big. This was like the beginning of a lot of things. And I had that shirt on. I've had that shirt on since 2005, and I brought it out of retirement to take it to the show. It's a big ass 3X tall tee.
Hey, but that shit looked fresh though.
On the
Like
tag.
it looked on the gram.
brand new.
It looked brand new, bro. Like I thought it was new. I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, that shit's fresh.
On the tag, it literally says 2X tall tee. I was like, oh my goodness. I'm definitely having to retire this because that was during the hyphy movement.
Yep.
Same era, same time, man. Time
Tall
and place.
tees all day.
Man, but overall, great experience. So next time I tell you, hey, come to this party, come to this concert, try to make it. Just try to make it because it may or may not be an awesome time.
Yeah, I missed out. I ain't gonna lie.
It may or may not be lit.
I ain't gonna lie. I missed out. But with that being said, I missed out for a good reason. If I gotta miss out,
yeah.
family
Family
understand.
Family first.
So, but I'm glad
about
that you
that too.
got to experience that experience. I'm glad Tia got you to plug the super juice. Like
I'm gonna introduce you to her.
Tia got the juice.
She got that juice.
she got the juice.
She is way too sauced. The sauce is real with my Thea, dude.
If this was the Last Dragon, bro, she's Bruce Lee, right?
She's got the juice
She got the juice.
and too much sauce. Oh man, my boys are laughing at me, dude. My boys are laughing at me.
That is crazy.
Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have got that picture. Real talk.
Right, but that's crazy though.
I was on my way out. I was hungry. I was thinking about the next thing to eat. I'm on my way out, and she got the plug, man. So shout out to my Thea. Salute to her, man. She's wild.
That's crazy. But I mean, I know we've been rapping for a minute. I'm gonna let Will over here wrap us up since this is his experience, his concert that he went to that he had the experience. I'll let him wrap it up and close it out.
Overall, that this is the point of the podcast is that we're all about good music, good moments, capturing memories. Good vibes only, positive vibes only, and I'm just sharing this. So hopefully all of you guys that are listening to get that same feeling. And if you have that same feeling, let us know. We experience a lot of things on a daily day basis, be it shows, the music that we listen to, running into artists, getting our book signed from your favorite author, whatever it may be. And at the end of the day, that in itself is a moment in time that should be shared and distributed.
Yeah, true.
Just to hear it out and vibe over it. But definitely,
Positive
till
energy
next time.
propels more positive energy.
Yeah, till next time. So sign us out, man. I had a good time talking about that.
So I want to say thank you again to Will for breaking that down and giving us his experience. And we ask, like he said, to share with us your experience. So thanks for rocking with another Stay Woke podcast. And this is again presented by thesonicbreakdown.com. You know the motto: live, listen to some great music, and above all, love more, man. We out.